Written? Yes, it improves the sentence clarity. If you place the modifier accurately, then the clarity of the sentence is improved manifold times, dramatically. It is not what is wrong or what is right. It is about what is clear or what is unclear. The clarity of the sentence, what is clear and what is unclear. What is known and what is obscure, a little obscure. For example, let us say this, let us put a summary. For sentence clarity, one is misplaced modifiers. You modify a word, but you place it incorrectly. So what happens is that you want to modify A, but you are actually modifying B. It looks okay, it sounds okay, but the meaning is different. Misplaced modifiers are single words, phrases, or clauses that do not point clearly to the word or words they modify. So they do not point clearly to the words they modify. So they are misplaced because the placement is not correct. As a general rule, related words should be kept together. If words are related, keep them together, don't split them. One way of doing this is place limiting modifiers only, even, almost, nearly, just. These words only, even, almost, nearly, just. These limit something. So they are known as limiting modifiers. Now these modifiers, place them. Where to place them? Place them in front of the words they modify. Place them just immediately prior to the words that they modify. Don't place them anywhere else. For example, you will only need to plant one row of trees. You will only need to give one examination. One sentence. Is it clear? You will only need to give one examination. Sounds clear. Grammatical it is not, because the meaning is changed. How? Say, only modifies need. You will only need to give one examination. It does not modify one. It modifies need. A better way, making the sentence more clear, we can say, you will need to give only one examination. So the word only modifies the word one. In the earlier instance, the word only modifies the word need. You will only need to give one examination. You will need to give only one examination. Yes, it is confusing. But you must remember that only is a limiting modifier, so place it just before to the word that it modifies. For example, say here, you will only need to plant one row of trees. Second is, you will need to plant only one row of trees. Now only here, only modifies one, and here only modifies need. It does not, there is no need to modify need. What is supposed to be modified is one in this sentence. So, this is a misplaced modifier. It's not wrong, but it's unclear. Clarity we are aiming at the sentence clarity. The clarity is wrong. Similarly, a second way is to make the correct sense, the placement of the modifier, to make it, to make a correct sense. For example, the protagonist was described as an elegant woman weighing 80 pounds with a sense of style. The protagonist of a movie, of a book, of a play, of a story, the protagonist was described as an elegant woman weighing 80 pounds with a sense of style. The protagonist was described as an elegant woman weighing 80 pounds with a sense of style. So here, your style, sense of style, is the style is correlated with 80 pounds. And the protagonist was described as an elegant woman. So the elegant woman is correlated with the protagonist, and weighing 80 pounds is correlated with the elegant woman. The protagonist, who was an elegant woman and weighed 80 pounds, was described with a sense of style. See, just arranging the modifiers differently, we change the entire meaning of the sentence. The protagonist, or an elegant woman weighing 80 pounds with a sense of style. So here, weighing 80 pounds, this modifier, this phrase, what weighs 80 pounds? The woman weighs 80 pounds. Who has a sense of style? 80 pounds has a sense of style. See the loss of clarity, the mistake. Here, who has a sense of style? The woman has a sense of style. But here it is, we are defining the woman. We are not correlating it with the woman. We are correlating it with the 80 pounds. So with the sense of style, 80 pounds. How do you correct this? Misplaced modifiers are generally corrected by rewording or restructuring them. Either we reword them or we restructure them. We restructure this. Let us say the protagonist was described as an elegant woman with a sense of style and weighing 80 pounds. An elegant woman with a sense of style and weighing 80 pounds was the protagonist, was described as the protagonist. So we are basically restructuring it to make the sense more clear.
It's 4 p.m.
Then we come, sentences should follow the subject verb object order without long detours. We don't take long detours, we don't use appositives, we don't use a lot of adjectives, we don't use an adverbs. We put it between the subject and the verb. Generally we make subject-verb agreement mistakes. Run-on sentences, then we splice them with commas. Such things happen. So just make few simple sentences or compound complex sentences or compound sentences with follows the SVO order, subject, verb, object. Without going much here and there, just to show that you know grammar. You know grammar. If you can form a simple sentence with an SVO order, a meaningful sentence, you know grammar. It is very difficult to write a simple sentence, meaningful simple sentence. To be or not to be, that is the question. A very simple sentence. A simple sentence, to be or not to be. That is the question. Tomorrow is another day. Simple sentence. Margaret Mitchell, Gone with the Wind. Tomorrow is another day. There is a method to his madness. There is a method in his madness. Shakespeare, Hamlet. Marlowe, Dr. Faustus. Is this the face that launched 1,000 ships? So there are innumerable examples in literature. Very simple sentences, very powerful sentences, very meaningful sentences. So it's not necessary that to show your grammar you have to make, complex compound sentences with a lot of detours, a lot of appositives, a lot of collocations. No. You don't have to show your grammar. It shows by itself. There's no need to show. It shows by itself. Like you don't show wealth. It shows by itself. Like that. Okay. So we follow that. Example, Joe, after failing to reach the roof, decided to climb a ladder. So Joe is some person who tries to reach the roof by jumping or something like that. And he fails and he decides, why not use a ladder? So Joe, after failing to reach the roof, after failing to reach the roof, so within two commas, after failing to reach the roof, we have added some more information. It's an appositive. So we are using an appositive. Joe, appositive, after failing to reach the roof, decided to climb a ladder. It's okay, perfect sentence, but not clear. You have used an appositive, you have showed your grammar, but it's okay. But at what cost? At the cost of the clarity of the sentence. The sentence should be clear. Don't show your grammar don't compromise your clarity of the sentence. So, how to make it more clear? Either reword it or restructure it. Here, what do? After failing to reach the roof, Joe decided to climb a ladder. Simple. We start with after failing to reach the roof, Joe decided to climb a ladder. Okay. Then we do not split infinitives as far as possible. If you need to, you can split an infinitive. Infinitive 2 plus some verb. So don't try to split it. Don't place verb separate and 2 separate. 2 verbs should come. That's an infinitive. Don't try to split it. But yes, if you need to, you may, obviously. Generally, do not try to split infinitives. The example, the osteoarthritic patient should try to, if possible, avoid climbing stairs. Now see, the osteoarthritic patient, osteoarthritis, knee problem, elbow problems, osteo, arthritis, pain in the bones. So let us say the patient has some problem with the knee and needs a knee replacement surgery. And the doctor has told him to, not to do any vigorous exercises. But yes, some exercises, some walking around the room is fair enough, but not to do some vigorous exercises like climbing the stairs up and down. Okay, so the osteoarthritic patient should try to, within commas, if possible, avoid climbing stairs. To avoid, to infinitive, avoid verb. We have split it. To avoid, we have placed an appositive, if possible. To avoid, to, if possible, avoid. It's correct. Nothing wrong in this. But the clarity is reduced. Because why? We can write if possible. Start with if possible. If possible, the osteoarthritic patient should try to avoid climbing stairs. So we write to avoid climbing stairs. To avoid, we keep it together. We don't split the infinitive. We keep it together. To and the verb. That's an infinitive, to plus a verb. So we keep it together. Don't split it. It gives more clarity to the sentence. And the fifth point, dangling modifiers may be reworded, restructured. Dangling modifiers, they generally come at the start, the introductory words and then a comma, and that it dangles. It needs some more sense, which the following words give them, provide them. So it's known as a dangling modifier. The word or words generally come at the start, at the beginning of a sentence, introductory phase. How can they be corrected? By rewording or restructuring. In fact, all these misplaced modifiers, we can reword or restructure. Example, though only 7, the university accepted the child prodigy's application. Though only 7, the university accepted the child prodigy's application. The child is a prodigy. So when the child is of 7 years old, he or she is so brilliant that the university has accepted the child's application to pursue university studies. A prodigy. So, the university, though only 7, comma, the university has accepted the child prodigy's application. See where there is a loss of clarity. Though only 7, the university, who is 7? The university or the child? Though only 7, the university accepted the child prodigy's application. The child prodigy is 7. The university is not 7. If you say, though only 7, the university accepted the child prodigy's application, it is unclear. The clarity is of a low order. We need clarity of a higher order. So how do we correct it? Reword it or restructure it? What do we do here? Let us say the university accepted the child prodigy who was only 7, or the child prodigy who was only 7 years of age, or 7 years old, or who was only 7. Though only 7, the university accepted the child prodigy's application. So we reword this. The child prodigy, though only 7, was accepted. The application of the child prodigy, who was only 7, was accepted by the university. The application of the child prodigy, who was only 7 years of age, only 7 or 7 years old, was accepted by the university. This makes the sentence more clear. Because who is 7? The university is not 7. The child is 7. Though only 7, the university accepted the child prodigy's application. Here it is clear that the university is 7. It's a dangling modifier. It dangles. It doesn't know where to go, where to land, where to rest its feet. The child or the university. What is 7? So we have to state the child is a 7. The child prodigy is 7 years of age. So how do we improve it? Reword it or rephrase it. Though only 7, the university accepted. This finished. Another example is here. When watching movies, commercials are annoying. Now this is a dangling modifier. There's a stylistic error. Authors, all writers have a unique style of their own. They have a distinct style. So, they may keep to that style or they may leave it as it is. For example, this, when watching movies, commercials are annoying. When watching movies, commercials are annoying. Good sentence? So it's a stylistic. When watching movies, how to improve this? Reword, restructure, you can improve a subject in it. Say, when I watch movies, I find commercials annoying. Or, while watching movies, I find commercials annoying. Or, I find commercials are annoying when I watch movies. So it depends on the style of the writer. It's a stylistic preference of the writer. All these sentences, they are not right or wrong. They are all right. But some are unclear and some are clear. So we go for clarity. We need to make our sentences mean what we want to mean. Let's move ahead. Okay.